Okay, guys, I just wanted to go over the questions that I asked you yesterday. I asked you to look at that credit card statement and then answer a couple questions with it. So I want to show you where on the credit card statement you can find the answers to all of those questions. So the first question that I asked you here was, what is the minimum payment that she has to make on the credit card company this month? So if you look at the statement, um, right here is where you can find the minimum amount due, where my pointer is circling right now. So $10.88 is the minimum payment that she has to make from that month. Now keep in mind, she owes considerably more than that. So she can. It's called minimum because that's for her not to receive a fee. That's the least amount that they want to receive. So she can actually pay more than the minimum, which would be better for her because she'd pay less interest in the long run. Okay, and then the second question was, by what date does she make the minimum payment? And you can look right up here to see payment must be received by, it says 12/25, and then it just left the year blank because it could be any year. So December 25th is the date that she has to make the minimum payment by for that one. Third question was, what was the date and the amount of her last payment? So how much did she pay last time and when did she pay it? So you can look in this part of the statement where all of the transactions occur, and you can see that right here it says payment, thank you. So her last payment was made on November 24th, and she paid $100 down on her balance. Next question, how much is she allowed to charge on the card? In other words, what is her credit limit? So that's listed right up here where it says credit limit. That's how much her balance can get to without her receiving a penalty fee. So she can charge up to $3,500 onto this credit card. If she goes beyond that, all kind of things will happen that we'll talk about later. 5, how much finance charge does she owe? So the finance charge right here is $3.74. That's based upon, we're actually going to be doing that next week, but that's based upon the APR, the interest, and the periodic rate. So the way to calculate that is a little bit more complicated, but that's what we're going to be looking at next week, how to figure out the finance charge. But that's basically the interest that she owes for borrowing this money on the credit card. 6, how much money did she transfer from TransCredit to her Unibank card? So remember, she has, obviously this is just one of her credit cards. So she has more than one, and right here it says balance from TransCredit card. So she had a balance of $268.88 on that card that she transferred onto this new card. She probably did that to save herself some money on interest. So the interest rate, the APR, must have been lower on this card than on the other card. And then it says, what fee did she pay for the balance transfer? So she doesn't just get to transfer the money for free. They'll also charge a fee. Right underneath that says balance transfer fee. She paid $29 for that. So sometimes that's a flat fee, and sometimes that's based off of a percent of how much she transferred. Given that it's such an even number, $29, that's probably just a flat fee for this credit card. And then the last question that I asked you to look at was, what should her new balance be on the credit card? I left that blank right down here. What is the new balance? So the balance is how much she owes now, based upon all of the transactions that occurred that month. Luckily, you don't really have to go through each one of them right now because you can just look and they're all summarized down in this corner where I'm looking at. So to find the new balance, you would take whatever her previous month's balance was, add everything that she bought and transferred and all the fees onto it. So that's a plus. Payments and credits get subtracted from the balance because she's paying down how much she owes. The balance is how much you owe. So if you make a payment or get a credit, that's reduced. So you would subtract the $138.29. Finance charges are interest, so that's a fee, so it's added. So all the fees here, finance charges are not included in this fee. They're showing it separately. So basically you take this amount plus this amount minus this amount plus this amount. And when I did that, my calculator here, show you so you can see the screen. I don't know if you can see it very well or not. I got 5, so I have it written out there, $543.95 would be her new balance for this month. Okay, so that's really it for this week. I just wanted you to check that. And then starting on Monday, we're going to be looking at finance charges and how to calculate them. So have a great weekend, and I look forward to talking with you guys next week.